Alright, so this one's really pretty short. It can be done like in 5 minutes. So I got to find some way of padding it out to an hour. No, I'm just kidding. Not going to take long, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate it using a technique shown here, and then I'm going to demonstrate it trying to create it as do it as an appearance. So we're going to create some text, big chunky text on the screen, and then we're going to use object path offset with -2 or -3 pixels, and then we're going to cut what we just offset and then paste it and then group it. So, alright, let's type some text. Well, you know, I was looking at the fonts and trying to find a nice big blocky font. The one that I show in my example's not here on this home, on my Mac at home. I'm going to click more from Adobe Fonts just to see if I can go find a font. And I'm going to choose black letter. What is black letter? Black letter is those kind of, you know, dramatic heavy metal looking fonts, right? That one. That one looks pretty interesting. I'm going to choose that one. View family. Activate the font. Licensing simplified, whatever. Click OK. Alright. I hope they're there. Let's go find out. I've actually forgotten the name of that one. Aveberry. Okay. So, choosing type, font, Aveberry. Here we go. I'm going to type shiny. Well, that doesn't look so cool. Make it a larger size. 60 points. Shiny. That is not what I selected. Font, Aveberry. Am I coming to the opinion that that font is not correctly installed? I don't know. I'm going to go to the type character menu. Select Aveberry first. And then try typing. All right. Okay, now that's working. Shiny. There we go. So, it's already large enough. I don't really need to stretch it out any, but if I needed to, I could. I guess I really am zoomed in pretty far, so I am going to zoom it. There we go. So that's my stuff. Now I want to do object, path. Whoops, I forgot to make an outline out of it first. So type, create outlines. And then object, path, offset path, and do it about -3. Yeah, -4 maybe. Click OK. Now the instructions said to cut, so I'm going to hit Control X, Command X, and then paste, and I'm going to group this stuff together. Object, group. Right, so that way I can just click on it and pull it back over there. So that's already kind of neat. I mean, if we made that a different color, right? We've already got something kind of cool going on there. I mean, like, boom, I'm done. I like it already. But let's press onward with our assignment. What we're going to do now is we're going to fill it with a gradient. The gradient's going to go from 100% white to 0% white. Vertically aligned, so 90 degrees. Okay, so gradient time. I'm going to click on gradient, and I'm going to apply the white to black gradient. and I want it to go up and down rather than side to side, so I'm going to make it go 90 degrees. And I want it to be 100% white on the bottom to 0% white on the bottom, from the top to the bottom. So this black side I'm going to make white. Just double click on it and make it full white. And then the other side of it, I'm also going to leave full white, but I'm going to reduce its opacity down to 0. And then if I want, I can play with this slider to get it to look how I want. Just monkeying with it. Anyways, kind of cool. Kind of cool. Now we might want to make that an appearance so that it could be applied to multiple objects, right? So the way we've done this is that the white stuff, right, is just a layer that's superimposed on it, and you can even use your cursor keys for fine control over exactly where you wanted it placed. All right, so that's it. What else did my document here suggest? It suggests cutting the bottom of this off using the Pathfinder so that we are only looking at the top part right here. So, yeah, I certainly could do that. I'm just going to kind of tuck this away up here and then make a copy of it. So I'm going to Alt drag it, Option drag it to make a copy. And temporarily I'm going to fill it with a color so I can see what I'm doing, because I'm going to chop the bottom of it off. And we've did this a couple of times recently with the monsters we've been drawing. So I'm going to draw a line, a rectangle there. And then I'm going to, oh, I know that this is not going to work the way that I want it to, because this is not all one thing here. If this doesn't work, maybe I should read the instructions more carefully. Huh? Let's try highlighting all that and then combine that into one thing. So with the Pathfinder, is that the Pathfinder? No, that's Transform. I never remember which one the Pathfinder is. Window, Pathfinder, Unite. So it's all one object now. Should be. So I should be able to drag this thing on top of it. Select it all. I don't want this black text to be part of it. Select it all. And then do minus front. Please. Alright, I am going to go and read the instructions here. This highlight has been chopped in half with the Pathfinder panel as suggested on the final page. Okay. You can use a Pathfinder to cut off the top of the bottom. Here's how. Select the shiny part of the letters, ungroup, and make a compound path. Alright, so I think I'm just going to delete this effort at it. Select this one, make a copy of it. So Alt drag it, Option drag it. I'm going to colorize it to make it easy to see. And this said ungroup it. Okay, it's ungrouped. And to make a compound map path, Object, Compound Path, Make. What's next? Drag a rectangle over the bottom half of the letters and then use Pathfinder minus front. Alright, that's where we were going with this. Let's draw a rectangle. Select both of them. Right? Then use Pathfinder minus front, which is that one. And see, now we have just this little bit here. You get out of the way. You've been replaced by this new improved one. Alrighty. See? That's kind of cool all by itself. I don't even feel like putting a gradient on it. But I could, right? I can go over here, put a gradient back on it, mess with the gradient, make it a 90-degree gradient. Why am I not seeing any changes? Maybe I don't have the pink stuff selected anymore. Try that again. Alright, 90-degree gradient. There, like that. See? Now that's pretty cool. I like that. Does it look better than the other one? I'm not sure. I'm going to copy the text, option drag the text now, so that I can have this one using the cursor keys to move it now. That one, and then this one using that one, right? There. That's pretty cool. Yeah, take a picture of this to upload for y'all, brag about how cool it is. Alrighty. So, about making this an appearance. Well, to make it an appearance, I'm not going to convert it to an outline. Oh, I need to group these things together, right, so that they'll stop wandering off like that. Object group on that one. Object group on that one. Alright. So, I need some more text. This one's going to say more shiny. You know what? I think this effect probably looks better with less text than with more, so this may not look so good, but that's okay. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to have it with no fill and no stroke. Whenever you start playing with the appearance panel, no fill, no stroke is actually how you want to start off. Okay, now it's there. No fill, no stroke. I need the appearance panel. It's the circle with the dots around it, or you can always find it under Window, Window Appearance. Now I need to give it a fill. So add new fill. Black, good enough, huh? Now I need a second fill. The second fill is going to be the shiny gradient one. So add a new fill. Temporarily, I'm going to make one of these fills a different color than the other, right? Okay, so this one, the red one, is the top fill, so it's hiding the black fill which is underneath. That's okay. I just need to make sure that all the changes I have to do to put this shiny stuff on it go on this top fill and not this bottom one. So what am I going to do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is use the path, offset path feature. So I select this particular fill, right? That fill, and I choose FX, the little plus button down here, FX, path, offset path, and I don't know, -3, and click OK. And now we can see that it is in fact offset, right? We see the red interior and the black exterior. Cool deal. So what fill are we going to apply? Well, let's just go and do one of our gradients. So leaving it selected, leaving this fill line selected, go to the gradients and just pick one of the fills that we've already created, right? Or that top one. We can always recreate it. Make it go 90 degrees or -90. Make them both white, but make the one on the bottom 0% opacity, and there we go, right? I'm going to click on the appearance again, and now we see it, right? We don't have a stroke. That's fine. I mean, we could put one on there if we wanted. But we have the primary fill, which is the black color, and then we have our gradient, which gives it the shaded appearance. And it doesn't have to be black, right? You want shiny purple text. There we go. Now, I don't know how to do the trick where we used the Pathfinder to cut the top of it off right? So that we only had the top part being shiny and the bottom part wasn't. I don't really know how to duplicate that with the Pathfinder. The best that, excuse me, with the appearances. The best that I could do on that would be to select that fill, go to the appearance, excuse me, the gradient tool, and then drag this diamond around until it looks like what we want, right? Because you can try to adjust it so that it's got a hard cutoff like that. Okay. So, don't know which one you like better. I don't know which one I like better. What's the advantage of doing it this way? We can create a graphic style from it and apply it to more text, right? Window, graphic styles, click the plus button to make a new one. And so then I could type in some other kind of text and apply that gradient style to it. Select it, apply it, and there, right? There, that's the name of my new heavy metal band, Lorem Ipsum. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Might want to do another one as well, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and then start another one.